First is to understand the basics. So you click on the pen tool, which is G, or you just hover through this top bar here, the toolbars here. You see this pen, click on it, click once. If you hold like how you do it in Illustrator, it has these bezier curves and so on and so forth with the handle. If not, I'm just going to do simple. Okay, let's do a little bit curvy, right? Instead of straight line sometimes will be boring. Okay, I'm just going to do this and this. Yay! Okay, for this After Effects, if you want to adjust this line or these points, okay, normally like in Illustrator, you have to do what? You have to switch between the A and the B, correct? So in here, you just use pen tool. Okay, you select it with the selection tool, alright. Then once you have selected, you see, now if you select, it's hard, it won't give you the option to tweak the points. Got it? Clear? Right. So in here, if you want to adjust this particular points, each of its points, what you have to do, select it first, okay, with the normal selection tool, and then you hit the pen tool. Now you can see it will give you the option to modify your points. Got it? Clear? Anyone lost? Please tell me. Can. Okay, cool. Alright, once you have done this, you see why is it happening like this. It is filled as well as the stroke, what I call colors, has been filled with, has been set with color. Okay. So in order for you to off this is similar to our friend, right? Illustrator. So what you have to do is go to the fill color, off it under the character. Okay. This one is character. Sorry. Here on top here, go to fill. You see the fill as well as stroke. For what I call shape layers, you will only see here, right? For text is here, okay, under character. For shape or lines or any other thing that is dealing with vectors, you will see on top here, right? So you click on the fill, the text fill, right, the word fill, then you off it. Got it? You click on this here, fill, right? The one that is fill color, the box is practically adding colors, like what kind of colors that you're choosing from, and so on and so forth. The stroke, what kind of stroke you want to have, like gradient stroke, you want to have radial, whatever you want to play with, you can play with. Okay, say okay, you can even blend it. Please play around and see. Alright, maybe you want to change the size of it, then you just can hold your what? Left mouse button, okay, and then just scrub it through. Right, when you go to that particular number, any number that you're seeing, alright, any values that you're seeing in your content and so on and so forth, your attributes, you just have to hover through. You see the cursor changes, right? The cursor will change like this, and then there's two arrows, right? Just slide it over. Can? Right. So this one applies to any numbers that you're seeing. Can? Clear? Super clear? Right, cool. So now under this layer, normally what I'll do, I will rename this. Make sure you rename your layer. Line or whatever, sign, whichever. Okay, now by default it will only show just the name of the layer. Okay. Now if you drop down the menu, you will see content and transform. Okay, you have to understand each of this layer, alright, will have its transform attributes. Okay, that is global. Right? These are the things that you need to understand about After Effects. So transform as a global means the whole thing. Right? The whole layer will move. The object, the entire object will move. Okay? Whilst the content, it will have its own transform shape. Okay, it will have its own transform attribute. So it's like this is the master, this is the child. The child can do anything, but it's linked to this master. That's how it is, the parenting tool. Right? So it's like us, our biggest parent is we are linked to the earth. So the earth is rotating. We can do whatever we want, right? But it's still rotating. Earth is continuously rotating. So it has its own transformation attribute. We have our own transformation attribute. But if the earth goes like wiggle, 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 and we are going to go wiggle, wiggle, wiggle and die. Correct? So that's how, in a way, in a very layman terms, that's how it works. Okay? Alright, cool. Okay, under this, for shape, you have path, you have stroke, you have fill, stroke and fill. Normally, it will pick up from here, you can animate any of this. Okay? You got transform, shape, anchor point, scale, blah, blah, blah. You can do that, do this, do that, do this. Test and see. Every time you see this whip pick, alright? So that is the one that is connecting or linking to anything that you want to link to. Right? You see that whip pick? Okay? That's all. Okay? So we'll go there eventually. Now, this one, you just drop it, close it. So see this path, under the path, right? The path you can do what? You can also animate the path. Okay? We'll come back to this path eventually. Now what we can do is, we can add a trim path. You see this add button here? Okay? You see this add button here? Right? Under the drop down menu. It's aligned with the content. You click that and then you have add what? Okay? You've got merge path, offset path, puker, repeater. Normally repeater is the most commonly used repeater. And then you got trim path. Trim path you can use it for the text as well as for this lines and so on and so forth. Okay? And twist, normally you don't use twist unless if it's necessary. Please go ahead and try all this so that you know what is it for. Kind of. Okay? So I'm going to use trim path. Right? Trim path is where it says for itself, speaks for itself. You see, I trim from here to here, like whoop. I'm going to whoop here, from right to left or left to right, it doesn't matter. Okay? So you can do, let's say you start from here. This is full. I can do this as well. I know this is my final. I'm going to go for reverse. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to reduce this from here to here. Okay? I'm going to start like that. And I'm going to increase, I'm going to decrease my, or increase my start. Can see? So from here, it's also 0. Am I going too fast? Okay, I put a value of 0, I keyframe it. Alright, now, see that? I'm going to go like that. Example. Alright, so what I can do now is, I can highlight the entire thing. See, sometimes you can squash the entire range selection, or you can expand it. So how do you do that? Okay, this is important. You all so far okay? Good with this? Yes? Anyone lost? Right? Continue. Okay. Normally what they'll do by standard, if you don't know the shortcut, this is what you'll do. I think the timing is too long. Right? The timing of this is extremely long. Oh, please lah. Right? But let's say the motion you like it. Right? So if you want to squash this, you want to have like the entire thing needs to be brought more closer. How do you do that? Highlight that section, hold alternate, okay, hold alternate, and then from right to left, hold one of the diamonds and then squash it. Okay, can? Zip. Can? So far? Right. Cannot. Yeah. Either from your last far end, right? It's what it's doing is this is what it's doing. It's picking from the last section here, right? It's streaming from right to left or left to right. Right? Center you cannot. If it's 2, now center can. You know what I mean? So it will treat the last ones, the last keyframes as the marker. You know what I mean? I hold this door, I'm shutting from this side. Right? So if I choose 2, you can choose 2 keyframes, you can choose 5, 10, 100, how many keyframes there is, it's up to you. Okay? Or the section that you want to choose and then bring it down. It will be very helpful. Can? Can, girls? Girls are the quiet ones. You don't know which way to focus? What is happening? Why, man? Fun, right?
So what if I want to change the shape? The line, the one that you do like this, suddenly it becomes a circle. How to add that at the ending part? You need to create something new. Yeah, that part
Becomes circle how?
Start the ball and then draw line.
Or transform to a circle. Add a new shape.
So don't apply the.
So now, you see? Wow. Okay, now, once you, let's say like you're talking about 4, I'm just gonna $50. So can, huh? So what can you do with this? Cool stuff, right? So when you have this is just 0.01% of After Effects. Okay? We haven't even gone further. But from here, you can go because you already know the fundamentals. Okay? That's the goal here. Right. So from here, you have to have like your principles checked. Right? Hello. I'm just going to go here and just going to press N. So it will only play up to this level. Okay. So as you can see here, 1, 2, boom, it's hitting back around here. Okay. And so now, if I'm looking at the timing, once I finish this, it doesn't make sense. Does it make sense? What is lacking? The speed, then? What is lacking? Come on guys, tell me, what is lacking? Only this motion, you are not adding anything else. Within only this motion, just focus on this motion. What is lacking? Sorry? Huh? Yes. So, easy in, easy out. Oh, good. So, you all know what does that mean? Yes, no? If you're going up the hill, you're fighting against the gravitational pull, what happens? Bouncing ball, go back to the drawing board, right? So you throw a ball on top against the gravity. Is it moving faster? Slow. And the ball comes down, dropping with the gravity, twice. Okay? Clear? So now when it's moving up, it needs to go a little bit slower and then picks up its speed and then comes down faster. Along this way, before it inclines to the top, it slows down. Right? Depending. Okay? But that's the basic. So easy is F9. Right? That's the safest bet. You always start from there. I always start from there. I like it. Right? I go here. Come back to our friend here. The graph editor. I know it sucks. Yeah. Let's go different manner. Or here. Do the pick. Okay. Increase this. Oh. Let's see. Okay. Maybe this guy is a bit too harsh. Like boom. Boom. See that? It's not perfect, but at least you're giving some sort of motion to it. Can see? Okay? Can see that? Can okay? You can expand this wherever you want. This graph editor is always important because it will give you different sort of behavior like that, you see? Okay? Something weird. Zoom. See that? It will give you different momentums and movement. Whoop, whoop. Okay? Maybe you want to have something else around here. I don't know. You have to play with it and see. So let's pick up the speed. You know what I mean? You can trim part and play with it and see. Have fun. Do it. Zoop. I'm just going to pick this dude. Maybe it does this it. Whoop. See what happens. Okay? Play with it and see. And you'll get some sort of like a fun thingy. Sorry? Yeah, something like that. McDonald's, whatever, Knowles. See that? Is it very cool? Off lah, yeah. See, sometimes like this, right? You want to have it like, you want to add more keys. At times, once you already know the whole sync is okay, then only you add a little bit here and there for fine tuning. But before you go for fine tuning, get the overall picture. What happens is, when you have the overall picture, you have to know the priorities, right? Remember the priorities? You finish the overall look and feel, right? Then the fine tuning comes after you finish that. At least you have a product in hand, right? If you don't have a product, then you can't deliver anything. It's like you're doing half. You know, you're cooking, you're baking, then half baked only. Before it can come out, it's like, you know what I mean? So you do before you can even see, okay, I bake already, then I can add a little bit more icing on top of it or something like that. But before you can even do that, you're already stuck in between. Right? You cook, tak cukup ingredient. Ingredient is not enough. Yeah. So these are the things, right? It's like you're sewing your shirt or whatever it is, you all get the idea lah. Right? So this is what you can do. Cool stuff, eh? Graph editor is very, very important. This one will take time for you to get the grasp of it. Right? So once you have this, maybe you want to play with something else. So long, ah?
I left it there. You left it there? Yeah, why would I want to move it? I didn't put it there.
What is that? That what? You're dumb.
Blocks the cubicle.
Oh God. So anyways, let's move on. Hey, you don't have time, huh? Next week you don't have class, huh? Only Friday only we have. Right? So Monday, Tuesday you got time for you to go and explore. I'm going to go a little bit faster. Okay? You go back and explore more. So I'm teaching the basics first, huh? So under this now, the path you already know how it works. Correct? Happy? So now you go to stroke. Okay, under the stroke, you've got this butt cap. Right? So here you can change to rounded cap. See that? See this under this stroke, right? You've got this round cap. Right? I mean butt cap, it will by default it is butt cap. Butt cap meaning it is sharp. Right? Strokes are sharp. Your round cap, it speaks for itself. Projection, you don't really use much. Right? Normally it's this two. Okay? Depending if you want it to be a little rounder, then use this. Okay? Can? So let's say over this, okay, over this, you want to have two bevel joint, or you want to have like round joints, or you want to have, leave it as meter joint, you want to have dashes instead. Okay, maybe you reduce this dashes to that much. See that? Whoop. Okay, you can do that as well. Right? You want to offset this, you can offset, you play around and see. It depends on your creativity. So now if I can have like a hit like that, like a worm, let's try and see. Boom. Okay, up to you how you want to play with it. Right? Have fun with this. Okay, opacity, you can also do opacity for this dude. Okay, you can reduce this, right? or you can increase it and so on and so forth. Okay, you can even go for gradient color if you want to. Change this to gradient if you want to. Right? Your friend. Boom. You can do that as well. Okay? No. You want 3 different tiers? Sorry? Each one of it different color. Right? Because you have to understand each one of it, then you have to animate one by one. You know what I mean? Then it becomes like a trail sort of thing. This one is one line, so the dashes is within that line. So it's just manipulating dashes, changing it to dashes. That's it. Right? Offset is to give you like this. If I'm coming here, right? I want to offset this. Where is this dude? Under stroke. Is it the stroke? Is it the stroke that you're asking for or the transform? The path. Trim path. Yeah. Okay, under the trim path, if it offset, can you see? I can change it. I can move it faster. Off. On. Yeah. Yep. It's offsetting from the anchor position. If this is the line, exact line distance, right? Everything is working within from one end to another. But if you want that entire field stroke to be offset, which means take the whole color, move it outside. It's coming in from outside of the screen to inside where it starts and then going off. You can also animate with that. Okay? Can? Happy copy? You can also do multiple offsets. Okay? You can animate all this number, you know. We'll go there for the offsets event. Okay? You play with it and see. Any questions as well? Can I? There is a commercial. A lot of commercials like this, or even the explainer video. They have that as well. Yeah.
Can I leave?
Why?
To send my mom to that.
What time you want to leave? Now.
No, in 15 minutes.
Uma, finish her. Okay. Okay. So within this, you can give a little of characteristic to this dude. Okay. So here you can even have like a wiggle, puker. This one you go ahead and test it and see. Okay. What happens if I'm going to do, like for instance, under this path, I want to change a little bit. So let's click here. Okay, I come here. Along this way, I'm changing. Let's go. I'm going to do on a different layer. Okay, I'm just going to delete this first. Okay, I'm going to close this dude. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do one, hold shift. I'm just going to do something like that, shift. I'm going to hold shift here. Whoop. And I'm just going to close this. let's say I have this, okay, one down, okay. So what am I going to do with this dude? I'm just going to off this stroke. I'm going to just go for a solid color, okay. I want this shape to be added in that particular line as well. Example, okay. Maybe I'm going to change this, I'm going to drag this over somewhere here, wherever, or even I can scale it down, okay. Little scale down, doesn't matter, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this part, okay. Oops, sorry. I'm going to go here, drop down the menu, go for shape, open this, go for path, do a key, Control C, Control C, Control V is your friend, huh? Right? Control C, I'm going to close this dude. Okay, I'm going to go for the line, open the path, I'm going to key in the previous line, then I'm going to come here, I'm going to do Control V. Right? See what happens after this. Ooh. So the entire thing will change to an oval. Or I go here, you can do a morph. Can you see? This whole thing, see that? Now from here, I can now turn it to a ball. That's just a path. And that's one thing. If you want to do like it's moving from a line and then eventually from this line it becomes like a round, depending how fast you want it to change and so on and so forth. Okay? Okay, you explore on this and see. If you want to do a proper one, you need more time. Fine tuning a little bit here. Okay? Bye, my friend. That is one way of doing. If you want it to be seamless and so on and so forth. What if it's coming here, reaching to the end, and then it pops like a round, just a circle just pops out like that. Right? How do you want to do that? So it's like a what? Some sort like an arrow reaching to this balloon and then it pops. Right? That pop sound, I mean the pop signs is called accent. ACCENT. Right? So it's saying ding, it's an accent. Ding, accent. Right? So once you reach here,